Hello and welcome to e-business electronic business for year 4. My name is Dr. Mrs. Matilda Kupio Subiu and I'll be your instructor for this course. Generally, e-business is one of the courses aimed at equipping students with systems, tools, strategies, utilizing technology, especially the internet technology, to gain skills for either entrepreneurial adventures or for the knowledge that they can integrate into existing businesses. We all know that globally now, ICT has changed the way people do things and has presented opportunity to everyone. E-business is one of the key opportunities for people to turn hobbies, talents into businesses, thereby creating opportunity in terms of profitability for them. This course hopes to present some structure to these technologies and infrastructure to enable participants actually gain the skills to start up their own internet businesses or to incorporate these processes in their existing business operations. Hopefully, at the end of the program, participants should be able to articulate the various concepts of e-business and e-commerce, look at the existing frameworks that exist, and then more so look at the new trends in e-business, specifically m-commerce and s-commerce. The mode for this course would be through the KSB e-class platform. My details have been presented here where you can access me either through my office or through any of these mediums via email or through WhatsApp on my telephone number. There is also an alternate instructor, Mr. Berima Ochiri, who would also help, and their details are here as well. Kindly take note that this platform also allows you to be able to send messages to me that I would access and respond by giving you feedback as soon as possible. The course has 8 key areas or 8 key units that we'll be looking at. We'll look at the introduction to what e-business and what e-commerce is, the main fundamentals of e-commerce. We'll look at the infrastructure, strategies that actually govern e-business and supply chains. We'll look at change management because remember, this is using ICT. It means that we are changing certain ways, either manually or semi-automated systems to full automated systems. So it means that there are certain processes that have to be changed, and you need to get people to understand the need for the change. We'll be looking at the analysis and design of e-business structures, how it is properly implemented, and then we'll look at the new trends, m-commerce and s-commerce, as well as certain myths that go with e-business, especially in Ghana. The mode for this exam is virtual. Materials will be made available to you. Assessment is, as always, 30% for continuous assessment, and then end of semester examinations constitute 70%. Rules that govern the use of the KSBE class has been shared with you on this medium as well. Now we'll look at the various units within the course itself. So we'll look at the first unit. Remember, the live sessions will be through Zoom. All right, and I'll be posting the links for the live sessions weekly so students can access it. So the first unit actually is Introduction to e-business. Here we are going to look at the various concepts and then the scope of e-business. And at the end of the unit, you should be able to know the definitions, having understood the concepts, the opportunities that they exist, and then some of the drivers of e-business. Your resources that you need have been provided. Discussion forum would have certain topics that you'd have to respond to. There are a few videos that you would have to look at and we would discuss as part of the class session. After this unit, there would be one group assignment that students would be engaged in and would have to submit on the platform. The second unit, or which will be covered by the second lecture, we'll be looking at the concepts in e-business and e-commerce. Here again, we'll look at the e-commerce environment, identify and understand a few of the models, and then have a better understanding, thereby determining the distinction between e-business and e-commerce. For our purposes as supply chain students, we clearly distinguish. However, you will notice from the material that there are certain literature that use them as synonyms. All right, but we would find the distinction. Here again, your resources have been provided. A discussion would be held for this class as well as a few online assignments. For the third lecture, we'll be looking at business and revenue models. Hopefully, at the end of this unit, you should be able to identify revenue models that exist in the e-business e-commerce environment, the various categories of e-commerce also within the same environment. Your reading resources have been provided, the discussion as well as videos have been uploaded for further information. The fourth unit looks at the framework for e-business. We'll be looking at the various concepts of frameworks, the various e-business frameworks that exist and their activities therein. We would also look at the e-business core itself. Here again, your reading material would have been provided. You have some additional support material, some videos, some articles to download for you to discuss. As usual, any challenges, any discussions, the other tutor, the facilitator will be available. You can post your questions on the platform and it will be addressed. The sixth unit covers the e-business strategy, where we'll look at how students can use technologies within the e-space to create opportunities, and then understand the essence of strategies, planning, and implementing them. And we look at the strategy in terms of e-business and the various models that exist, and then how to properly analyze the strategic plans that you come up with. Here again, supporting material is provided, reference to the reading book, and then a few videos as well. The second part of the e-business strategy is covered in the seventh lecture. Here we look at some more of the models and then how they are implemented and the challenges that actually exist within e-business and how we can actually address them. Here you have more resources, more materials, more videos that you can actually access. Lecture 8 also goes on to talk about the change management, understanding the need for change and the way to actually go about the change process itself. The buy-in is key and we look at how to address some of the challenges. Here again, there's material provided, extra resources. Then we come to the new trends in e-business, that is m-commerce and s-commerce. We look at the history of both m-commerce and social commerce and address some of the myths that go with e-business, especially in our jurisdiction. We'll look at real life cases and then discuss it. And you will be given your term paper for this program at the end of this unit. That will be submitted at a defined time. So hopefully you would enjoy this program, this course, and I hope it will be impactful and you can actually apply it. So I wish us all the best for this semester and see you soon during our live sessions. Thank you.